Today, I start off the day with Paul Scholes roasting Bruno Fernandes, and I think these are little details that people don't give a lot of attention to, especially when the game of football is going on. But when you continue to watch the game, you ask yourself exactly what Paul Scholes is going to hate to obviously come out and be raised. What was Bruno Fernandes all about? What was his intention? Because you ask yourself, why does he make those two fouls? No reason for him to make those two fouls, and he's the captain of the team. And one foul sees him get a yellow card that would have gone ahead to cost United on the night. And Bruno Fernandes has still gone ahead to obviously speak out after that loss of Galatasaray. Welcome to the United Matters channel. Hope you guys are really having a fantastic afternoon, and the Lord is obviously protecting you and giving you the best of success that you guys deserve. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum. Rokan David is my name. You can as well call me Aradi. Continue to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, Bruno Fernandes has been roasted by Paul Scholes, and Paul Scholes said, I know he's talking about mistakes, but he made two big mistakes, giving two stupid fouls away, which led to goals. They all need to take responsibility, including himself. Now, you know, we've gone past Onana, because for those two fouls that Bruno Fernandes made, they resulted into United conceding two goals on the night. Now, we've slated Onana, but we need to obviously play the tape back and get to know who was the orchestrator of all this. The first goal, it was a foul of Bruno Fernandes. He runs and fouls a player, yet in front of the player, there is Victor Lindelof that he has to face, and Bruno pulls the shoulder of that player. And you ask yourself, was it necessary? Was it really necessary for him to do that foul? Secondly, the second foul he puts on Ziyech, was it necessary? It was not. Now, Erik ten Hag is this kind of person who goes ahead to obviously gives people the captaincy, but I believe one of the things that Bruno is going to have to improve is all about him being composed. You saw to it that the two shots he really directed at goal, one was a goal, that is the second goal, and the third one hit the outside of the post. For that, he's going to have to improve. He's no longer selfish like that, but him being petulant, like those mistakes he's going to have to do, right, are really uncalled for. These are games that are decided by these margins. That is it. I remember the game of Man United when we lost to Bayern Munich. Sorry, when we beat Bayern Munich 3-1, and we got a corner. Arjen Robben went ahead to foul himself and really curled that ball into the bottom corner. You understand? And it resulted into us being knocked out. On the away goals rule, because they had gone ahead to score 2 at Old Trafford, and we had gone ahead to score 1. So, by so doing, you know that games like these are really all about fine margins. You need to minimize the mistakes to see to it that you really get the big chunk of the opportunities and capitalize onto them and really win. So that's the problem Bruno Fernandes is making. And he went ahead to speak about all what he spoke about that I'm going to show you later after this. But Paul Scholes really has a point. Do you need to make fouls in that area? Yet there is a player that is really standing behind you to see to it that he obviously gets into the way of this player. All what Bruno would have gone ahead to do, impose pressure onto this player behind him, such that even in front of him there is Victor Lindelof. If Victor Lindelof is really taken off, then you can get a chance to obviously clear that ball and hit it out of the dangerous zone. So I think everything that this guy is talking about is really right, and Bruno Fernandes needs to obviously get doing things right, because if the captain is getting all things wrong, then the team won't obviously go to where we deserve it to be, and we need to obviously see to it that we really get to those levels. And even in the game of Bayern Munich, that saw us lose, I think, 4-3. You know, there is a goal that we concede because of Bruno Fernandes. Let's admit. There is a goal that we concede because of Bruno Fernandes. One was because of Eriksson. So it's really very bad that our midfielders can really be so petulant in the midfield, and they cost us in the long run. Now, these are some of the words that Bruno said that Paul Scholes was really reacting to obviously call him out and roasting him and telling him that it's a collective responsibility. Bruno said, I have nothing to explain. We conceded the 2 goals and there is nothing we can do. Obviously, we could have done better with those goals, but it is what it is. It's too hard to be honest. I don't want to be too negative, but what we have been doing in the Champions League is not enough. It's not the first game we've had like this. We have to secure the result. And the players have gone ahead to cost the club of Manchester United a Champions League. That is it. Because we've gone ahead to concede very many goals. Away from home, we've conceded 11. At Old Trafford, we've conceded 3. Those are 14 goals. That is it. So, if you happen to get 14 goals in, you don't deserve to qualify for the next round of 16. That is it. How do you concede 14 goals? 14 goals. And most of those were really preventable. That is it. It's the most touching bit of it all that we've gone ahead to concede those goals that are really very huge in number. So, Bruno also added and said, every time we concede goal, we have many chances to score again. At the end of the game, we had 4 chances. We have to lift our heads up and try to get the best players in the best positions and not take chances ourselves. We need to put the team first. It was mistakes by ourselves on the goals we conceded. So, he goes ahead to obviously a little bit take it onto his all, but he never wanted to obviously blame the entire camp. But let's all admit, we know exactly what the cause of this is all about. You know, sometimes leadership is lacked. One will say, Bruno was a captain of Sporting Lisbon. Captaining Sporting Lisbon is different from captaining Manchester United, because United has a lot that it requests you to do than Sporting Lisbon. And Bruno has to understand that this club is being looked at everyone, and being its captain, you have to be in the spotlight, and you don't need to obviously be petulant. But all in all, if at all we go through, it will be a miracle done by God. But the fact is, we don't deserve to go through, because you can't concede those goals and really complain why we are at the bottom of the table. 14 goals conceded. Even Copenhagen hasn't gone ahead to concede that. The match they've conceded in a single game is, I think, 3. Against Manchester United, they conceded 2 away in Galatasaray. You know? So, with all factors constant and being very objective, we don't deserve Champions League football. If you happen to qualify, it will be a very huge boost for the club of Man United. But I don't see us going far, because we need to be doing things right. And until we start doing things right, then the rest will be history. We need to not foul anyhowly, and we need to see to it that we do things the best way. So, your thoughts on Paul Scholes roasting Bruno Fernandes are welcome in the comment section below. Rokan David remains my name. Hope you guys are really having fun. And this is the United Matters channel. Don't forget to subscribe so as see to it that we hit the next target, that is 17,000 subscribers. And I think all is well. At the beginning of December, as today 30th November, we can obviously hit that in a nutshell. So may the living to God bless you abundantly. The Muslims, Barakallahu fikum. Rokan David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later. But Scholes has gone hard at Bruno Fernandes. I'm out.